Hello, hello, hello there, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Well, today is Sunday, and it is the 17th of August. And I came out earlier this morning when things were much cooler and the garden was looking so lush and beautiful. And I took some pictures of things that are changing in the garden. Well, now it is in the afternoon, so the sun has come out and the temperature's changed. It's 88 degrees here in the Boston area, so things are looking a little droopy, but still looking great. And so I want to take you around the garden and let you see what happened this morning and just enjoy my garden with me in the cool of the morning while I wrap things up here in the warmth and heat of the day. All right, so thank you, and let's get going. Good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. It is early Sunday morning, around 6:15 in the morning, and I just stepped out here on my deck, and I am looking at the garden, and I'm so impressed with how things look so full and flourishing here in my August garden of August 17th, the third Sunday in August. It's just beautiful. The red impatiens are popping, and the white is also in contrast to the red, providing a beautiful balance. I just love how the beds are filled with annuals, perennials, with seeded things. Oh, it is so sweet. And then even the containers are looking beautiful. The container there at the top, it is so full. It filled out quickly. I was truly surprised at how rapidly it has filled out and the fact that it is still looking so lush and beautiful. It rained about 2 days ago, and it was such a thunderstorm of intense rain and force, and I thought that it would damage a lot of my perennials and cause them to topple over, but instead the fresh water from the sky, from the clouds, provided this lush experience that the plants got a deep soak, and they are looking so satisfied, so filled with moisture that we did not even have to water them by the hose on yesterday. No, the rain did it. And this morning we are enjoying this lush presentation of floral arrangement. It is just beautiful. Even the grass is starting to look a little bit more renewed. As I look on the other side of the garden, things are looking good there too. And I love the color. I've always loved red and white together with the impatiens. And as you look up there at the top of that mound underneath the tree, you can see that the red and white impatiens are looking very pretty there. It just draws your eye deep underneath that tree. My elephant ear is doing good. I just need to cut back some things. But overall, it is looking spectacular. I do love this bed with the yellow flowers. Those are yellow golden flowers, the perennials. I don't know its full name, but I know that it's yellow golden something. But they got toppled over by the rain. But even still, it looks good. it still brings your eye over there, and it's actually on level with the pot, the ceramic pot there that's filled with impatiens. And the red impatiens are now starting to grow that I planted there. So I'm impressed. I love this bed right now. This is one of my favorite spots. I love the yellow with the red and the white and the green. Yes, I do. This section right here is looking rich as well. And I love how the impatiens have grown so much that they create almost like a little hedge there in that border. My herb bowl on the deck is looking extremely lush. It too benefited from that rain, and it looks so healthy. The herbs are just looking very healthy. It's time for me actually to cut them and probably dry them so that I can have them for seasoning, or just start using them again more frequently in our dishes. And of course my other plants are doing well too here on the deck. And I really love how this potted plant is looking really good here. And the nasturtiums have come alive, that they're at a point where they're covering the other plant, the pot underneath. This upper bed continues to look so beautiful. Things have come and gone, but yet it's just so nice. And I really, really love the roses. They are in another flush. These are my mother of pearl roses that I bought from Lowe's about 4 years ago. And they are so beautiful. They are such a perfect color. I just love it. And they look good with the hydrangea back there that you can hardly see, but it is there. The little light hydrangea. What I'm going to need to do is to cut back some more of the spirea so that you can get to see it a little bit more. Right now this is looking beautiful with the phlox. It's just about finished. And also the bee balm, the impatiens that I put in pots underneath that are being surrounded by the dead nettle, which has those little pink flowers, which just contrast really well. You know, it's a contrast actually. They complement one another. That's the right word. And I like this color scheme. Then the purple perilla adds that dark accent right at the right place, at the base of the roses. Yeah, I think this is my favorite bed for the summer. I love my whole garden, but yeah, there's just some spots, that really speak to your heart. And this is one. I also like this hydrangea that is now turning color and taking on almost the same hue as the purple perilla. So they just seem to blend in nicely there. And then we have the flower of the pumpkin and the squash. And that orange flower, it just works well with the purple perilla. I am so pleased with these tomatoes. I had early girl, early boy tomatoes lining here, as well as the sun gold tomatoes, those like cherry tomatoes. So delicious. I tell you, I love those more than the sweet 100s. The marigolds are providing what I had imagined they would, that color at the base. And now that fall is just about here, right around the corner, next month we'll be into fall, or beginning of fall, that these marigolds add such a beautiful, exciting, bright color here. And it just makes this area come alive. It adds that extra oomph so that you want to walk down the path and just see and watch. It draws you in. At least it's doing that for me, as well as the tomatoes, the red ripening tomatoes, which we've been gathering. I am continuing to harvest in this section the collard greens. Also within there, you can't see them right now, but the kale is in there, and also the dinosaur kale for lunch. It's delicious, and I'm just enjoying this. I have been harvesting the corn little by little, like one here, one there, and now I think that they're ready. They're small, but very, very sweet. And again, I planted them too close to one another. I didn't necessarily give them enough space. I gave them more space this year than I have in the past, but they would still require a little bit more room. And I have been harvesting my cucumbers here as well. And in this space, I thought I gave more room to everything, but everything's just growing so well. So there you can see right in the middle the curly kale that's still there, the collard green leaves, the purple perilla, which is edible, by the way. And then you can see that there are marigolds in there. I also have in there eggplants, and it's getting smothered now by the pumpkin, which is starting to just trail through the bed. And at this late date, I decided just to let it do its thing, because I would love to get some more pumpkins. My husband cut the pumpkin that was there, a sweet pumpkin that had started to develop, because it was right at the edge, and I didn't want a critter or a raccoon or whatever to get it first before me. So we harvested it, and we actually cut it up and put it in our chicken soup, and it was delicious, I have to say. It was delicious. So I'm glad that at least I got one pumpkin so far this year. The fig tree's doing pretty good, and the plum tree, we harvested some of those plums, but they also look like they are suffering. Next year I must spray the plum tree. All of the fruit trees need to be sprayed during the winter time. I'm glad to see that the hydrangeas back here are doing reasonably well and that they've come back. They're not as thick and as big as they were initially, but they're looking fairly decent. I am just so happy to see that the zinnias that I planted up front here are flowering. The only thing is that the flowers are small, but they're beautiful. And I like this arrangement, the different textures. You can see the leaf of the pumpkin or butternut squash, and the purple perilla leaves, and the leaves of the kale. Not kale, that is actually collard greens. Those collard green leaves are just so beautiful, and I just love how they contrast with the purple perilla. But it's made this corner very, very pretty. Now my bee balm is pretty much finished here. And I can see some cosmos here that have self-seeded themselves. So I think that later on we will see them flower, hopefully. But up here has just turned into a very beautiful wildflower cottage garden look with the yellow daisy-like flowers and those other plants. Phlox, and even the hydrangea. I can see also there that my sedum will be flowering soon, or coloring up. Actually coloring up right now, you can see that. stranger here. My bridal bouquet in the front garden is taking on this rustic look. And with the hibiscus here, the coloring is so good. I just love how the different shades of burgundy and pink has come out and is standing out here in the garden. Look at this garden snake. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour of Catherine's garden and home, and that you were able to see what's going on in my garden. We are in harvesting mode, as you could tell, harvesting the tomatoes and all of the other things, and just enjoying the flowers. This year has been more or less a flower garden, more so than vegetables, but still very, very enjoyable and still very fruitful. Well, thank you so much, and see you next time right here in Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Bye.